Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan Douglas with the Community Foundation of Greater Des Moines, and I have the honor of being here with the McGill Jungie team. Ed McGill, who is a co-founder, partner, and private wealth advisor, and Trent Burley, who is also a partner and private wealth advisor as well. So thank you for being with me this morning.
Great to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. So I thought it'd be a great time of year to hit the reset button and talk about charitable giving from a very high level. Why it can be important in the advisor community, why it's important for you and your clients. So, to set the stage, Ed, maybe you could just start us off with how your firm, how you individually just think that charitable giving and charitable planning can bring value to your organization.
We're really fortunate that so many of our clients are successful and they typically live below their means. So, Ryan, what we found is that their assets continue to grow even during retirement and distribution phase. So, then they will have two main areas of emphasis. They want to take care of kids and grandkids, and then they want to see what type of impact they can have in the community through charitable. And a lot of times they've had some sort of experience along the way with certain charities. So they become near and dear to their hearts. And so they want to have an impact in giving back. We also hear that they want to keep the kids humble and hungry. So we're trying to identify how much for the kids and then how much then can be going to charity. And all of this happens in the context of planning because until the parents know that they're going to be taken care of and never run out of money, and when we can free them of that, then it opens up the opportunities to say, what's your legacy? What do we want to do with these extra dollars? So it's a fun conversation.
Those conversations come up often. And I think we see that conversation play out in a couple different ways. One, as Ed mentioned, we have people that have been very successful. They feel very good about their personal plan, and now it's time to start thinking about doing some bigger things from a philanthropic standpoint. But it's also happening just given the charitable nature of the community. People that are still working, still accumulating, are making the large annual gifts. And the last thing we want to do is get them successfully to retirement and forget that component. There's always some ideas or some strategies that we can bring to the table to make that process easier for them, like partnering with community foundation and donor advised funds, et cetera. But having that conversation too, and making sure that we're planning for that financial capacity to continue making gifts to the organizations that are important to them.
I hear when I talk with advisors and clients, that's the fun part, right? There's the concern that they're going to have enough. They're going to support family, like you said, first. But then you kind of see some light in people's eyes when you can have the charitable conversation of, well, what if? What would that legacy look like? What do you care about? So that's great. Something that's really important and I'm sure you've related this in building this organization, is things like client satisfaction, client retention rates, bringing in that next generation, thinking about who are our next clients now and in the future. Tell us how you think charitable planning factors into that. What sorts of things come to mind when you think about how do we keep clients, how do we build new clients, and how does charitable planning maybe match that in there?
When you involve the families, the kids and the grandkids in those discussions, you create really this unique dynamic where you're helping the kids understand the core values of the parents, which they've been seeing over the years, but now it's another voice expressing. Here's what's important to the parents. Here's why we're doing what we're doing. And then you start having these cool family meetings. You get the kids involved. Maybe they're adding input of things that are important to them. And what happens is this transition of the firm, in this example, McGill Junkie being the firm of the parents to the firm of the family. And then we start learning more about what's important to the kids. We start building out their financial plans. We help them understand why mom and dad are gifting to them a certain amount, but then here's why the charitable piece comes in. So when you think about if you do things for the right reasons, then a lot of times there's byproducts of that the firm benefits. So we know that the statistics in industry say a lot of times when someone passes away, the assets might leave because the firm didn't have a relationship with the kids, and the kids already have their own relationships. So we're doing it for the right reasons. We're helping the family, but then by bringing everyone together as a byproduct, the clients stay long term.
So, gentlemen, we'll close with this. I want to have just the open-ended question of: is there anything else that you wanted to share with your peer advisors. We also have a lot of clients, donors, prospective donors watching. What are any other final messages for them today?
As an advisor, keep the conversation focused on what they want to do. And as I mentioned earlier, I think keep the strategies and tactics secondary. Keep going deeper. Keep figuring out what's important to them. And to me, if charitable giving is a little bit important to them, even if it's somewhere in their plan, that's just as important to have a conversation around, okay, what trips do we want to take in retirement? How are we going to spend our day? And I think tied to the financial side of charitable giving, it's also the time component. I know that for a lot of our clients, as they make the transition out of the workforce into retirement, having charity or community things to be involved with has been a great bridge for that. Whether they are actually serving on boards or just donating their time at the food pantry or wherever they're doing. So I think keeping those conversations going and alive, and it's not just with charitable planning, it's not just hey, we do this once, we got everything set up, and now it's all right, we're good. It's a good conversation every time we come up on our review.
Thank you for joining us on today's Advisor Link, and we hope you found this valuable for your own practice or for your own benefit. And again, thank you to the McGill Young Geek team here today. You guys have been wonderful partners in our community. Thank you for all that you do, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.